Okay, here we are back in Claude in the capabilities tab, and we're going to install a skill. So one of the skills that I create, you're going to install them just to see how it works. After, you can delete it if you're thinking, I want to create my own from scratch. We're going to install it, and we're going to actually use it just for you to see how it works and exactly what it is that we're going to be building, just to hopefully get you a little bit excited about what is to come. So we are here again, capabilities. We scroll down to skills, and then you click add. Then you have a couple of options there, so you can create with Claude. That is something that we're going to do. So through conversation, you're creating these different skills. You can write skill instructions, or you can upload a skill. So in this case, we're going to upload a skill, and it says you can use a .md file with a description in it, or you can use a zip file. Now, .md stands for markdown, which is a specific type of text formatting, which I'll attach a link. If you haven't read the theory yet about skills, etc., I'll just attach a really quick link about what is markdown exactly. There's a 90% chance you've already used it in some capacity in your life, in Google Docs, you name it. But just for you to have that theory. So we are going to import those text files, and we're going to add those skills right here to Claude. So what you can do, you can click, and then the skill that you just downloaded from the resources tab here in the course, you select it, and you open it. Now it's going to tell me that it already exists, most likely. So I can upload and replace it. In your case, it's going to say, okay, great, you've installed this. So I'm going to upload and replace. There we go. So it uploaded the competitor intel skill in this case. And we're going to have a really quick look at it. You can see the preview here. And this is what Markdown is. So you can see this, for example, is an H2 a header. This is H3, so this is another type of header. This is bolded text, etc., etc. So Markdown is just a type of text that is really easy to read for LLMs, for large language models. And it just explains, okay, what does competitor intel do now? Competitor intel. So it has a quick description here. So there's the name and a description. Okay, it generates competitor battle cards, head-to-head comparison using native Claude web search. So Claude has web search built in. And this part is really important to give you an idea of what we're going to build. So it's triggered only by the explicit command competitor intel in brackets. Now, that is something that I'm doing. So I'm naming my agents this way, where this agent is called competitor intel. You can obviously change that command, change those brackets to whatever it is that you want. But I found it to be very easy, because otherwise it can be a little bit unpredictable in when these skills are called, where maybe you're saying, okay, I want to do competitive research on this or that company. It doesn't maybe quite get it, or it triggers at the wrong moment. Doing it like this makes it 100% dependable and predictable. So let me show you what I mean by that, because you can just simply type in the chat and it will start generating the research. So we have competitor intel, prospect researcher, etc. I'm going to do the prospect researchers because that one is a little bit quicker than competitor intel, just to show you how it works. The idea is the same, as you can see right here. There's a command called prospect researcher right here, and that is going to do prospect research for us. So what I'm going to do, we are here in the GTM HQ that we built earlier. So we're going to say prospect research, and then we're going to say linkedin.com/in/is hansdekker. That is me. So because it has native search built in, it will be able to say, okay, let's find this person, research that person, and then turn that into a prospect research report. Now, that is something that you can do before a call, for example, before you're thinking of reaching out to someone, you name it. There are a lot of moments in time where you need to research a prospect. And as you can see, because it knows, so it consult documentation to execute the prospect research skill. It knows exactly, okay, this command is here. I need to call this skill, this agent, however you want to call it. I'm jumping between agents or skills. And that is exactly what it's starting to do now. So it will start looking at, okay, where can I find this person? What can I find about this person? And we already told it exactly what to look for. Now, for me, in this specific skill, I told it to look for, what is going on in their company. Did they recently maybe go on a podcast, that type of thing? But in your case, it can be that it's something completely different. Maybe you're looking at just completely different things. Something maybe that is very relevant to you. So maybe it's about company funding. Maybe it's about new product launches. Maybe it is about new branding campaigns. Maybe it's about the person, whether or not they're active on LinkedIn. Maybe it's about the person, whether or not they're active on Instagram. Now, it's not going to be able to pull actual Instagram posts unless you add a new integration, but it's able to look at just things that are relevant to you, and whatever your specific use case is, it will start just looking at that. And as you can see, it's starting with an overview of what the company does, that the companies do that work for recent activity, etc., etc. So it will put all of that together, and it will give you that snapshot. And then you can go as far, and I will show you that in the specific videos, but you can say, okay, I just want it in text or in a table, or I want a beautiful styled HTML page with all of the overview. Maybe you can even send it to my team or even to the prospect himself, showing that I've done my research. Wherever and however you want that research to be formatted, you can bake that into the skill, and it will actually do the research. And as you can see here, you have that, that overview, the snapshot about, okay, what is it I've been up to on the internet. And then that is something you can use for email writing, for call calling, for before you jump on a sales call, to have that full overview. And now you have the context. So that is what we're building here. And that is what we're going to jump in now. I'm excited to show you how we're going to build these. So let's get started.